Hello there, you all. Welcome to a new episode of Dice Gotcha. My name is DeadFun.
Hi, DeadFun. My name is Isiah.
I
Hi
don't like this
guys.
bit.
Hi guys. My name's Yuri.
What is this? Did I knock the memo? I'm Cal.
You didn't. And
Kill him. He's not a true
I
fan.
don't really know how to transition into this. Yeah, we're gonna discuss like fans and fan bases. I guess how they're bad, and I guess larpers. I don't know because larpers are sort of included with fan bases. Oh boy, I heard that nasty Jake and Logan person char up to some evil shenanigans called market
Yeah.
speculation.
Don't know their favorite anime One Piece with them saying Zoro has the sword fruit.
Okay, dude, I'm sorry. If you think Jake and Logan actually like shit like anime, I
No
think
the fuck they
like
don't.
I know. What I'm saying is, if you actually believe that, I think you're gullible to the point that you sort of deserve to be scammed. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. This whole. Okay. Does it matter if they actually watch One Piece, bro?
No, it doesn't matter at all,
Like,
but they'll manipulate the market into thinking, oh, this very popular thing that's really good at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of this thing.
Okay,
okay. Everyone.
Isaiah, let me explain why it's an issue. Because they're doing it for profit in the sense of how Pokemon cards got super popular like 3-ish years ago and basically bumped up all the prices. That was mainly due
They.
to Logan Paul because that's what he was doing. He would say like I got like this super rare graded Charizard blah blah blah. I like he really cared and was into it and then would sell his Pokemon cards at a massive profit. He's doing the same thing with manga where he got a first edition One Piece manga from like back when it first released and got it graded and is trying to do the same thing he did with Pokemon cards since Pokemon cards had a pretty big crash a few months ago.
But the difference is between the One Piece and Pokemon community. Pokemon community doesn't care that much as like the card aspect. The One Piece fandom does fucking care.
Okay,
Okay, well. Okay, wait. So when I say like, does this all even matter? Like, okay, I feel like when I think of like the One Piece fan base, I think of how like they all got mad at Mr. Beast when he changed his profile picture to One Piece. And I was like, you don't even watch One Piece because One Piece fans are pretentious babies who thinks that no one famous can actually watch their show except for them.
One
And
Piece fans are massive babies. Is true.
it just, it's just so annoying.
But I'll
Like,
say,
okay,
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
like okay, while it's not to the level of like just by watching One Piece you're a weirdo, like it was with My Hero Academia back in the day, it's still just being annoying to be a One Piece fan.
I think you're correct, but the problem in this case is that there's like a financial aspect to it. Basically, what Logan Paul's trying to do, and this is like we can't technically confirm it, but it's like they've done this a bunch. Is that they basically want to like drive up the price of stuff via like getting it into the speculation market, and then with that, it's going to drive up the price of manga in general as like the current opinion of like what they're trying to do. So basically, you know how like a bunch decided to buy up not Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, actually sort of Yu-Gi-Oh. You know how like a bunch decided to buy up all the Pokemon packets in like the Walmarts and stuff when like they became like really famous. You know,
Yeah.
basically the expectation. I don't know if this is gonna happen, but who knows? I don't think it will. But the expectation is that like as an example, a bunch of One Piece manga is gonna be like bought up and that's going to drive up the sale, and so it's just going to be more difficult to collect and buy manga overall. That's like the worry at the moment, because in the same way that Pokemon cards became like famous to buy, famous to collect, it's worried that the same is going to happen with the manga market as like speculation increases, because then the manga isn't the manga at that point. At that point, it becomes like an asset you can buy and have traded, sort of like comic books back in the '90s.
You
So I'm
know,
yeah.
I think it's very convenient that I have like no clue on all this stuff that's happening. So y'all have an excuse to just like talk about this stuff so we can get more like runtime of this.
But also fuck the fans. It looks so fucking. It looks very funny when like what is it? Because like fans are also like so gullible. Yo, dude, I Show Speed I think replied in some comments and they were like, 'cause, I Show Speed has like the Luffy profile picture. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They
Yeah.
they were like, you don't deserve the One Piece Mint Volume One edition, blah blah blah. I'm gonna take it from you, and it's basically, from like what I've understood, is basically used as like a promo from like when they're gonna have like a fucking boxing match eventually. And Logan's gonna do the usual stuff that they do. They're gonna be a heel, and then they're probably gonna lose it, and it's gonna make them a fuck ton of money.
I thought they were going to have No. I don't know
He's,
why my brain thought they're having a wrestling match.
Well,
I
maybe
don't
it
think
could be. It could be.
I don't think Speed and whichever Paul this is are in the same weight class.
Basically, what I'm getting at is that they're drumming up like drama based on this stuff, where it's like Ice Speed is like the One Piece fan, and they're gonna like take down the evil Logan Paul, who like I don't know has the fucking who doesn't deserve the mint condition version, that sort of shit. I saw a
Uh,
video, and that's like what it suggested to me.
okay. I do think it's interesting. Like, okay, I think it's interesting because, like, okay, from what I've seen, like, Speed is like an actual One Piece fan, unlike what's his face. Because I remember scrolling through Twitter, and then some people were having like online discourse, and then Speed just came out of nowhere, just like dropping lore. Like, it was kind of a jump scare.
Yeah.
But like also sometimes it feels like he doesn't even know the show for real. It's very weird. Cause like, okay, me and my siblings were watching this video where Speed was playing this game called One Piece Bounty Rush, and he was getting characters. And he called one of like, y'all remember Zoro's like little bounty hunter friends back from like the East?
Yeah, Johnny. I think it was like Johnny something. Like
Johnny,
Johnny and something else.
Johnny Yasaku. He called Brooklyn, which I think was really funny. So like every once in a while when I'm talking about Brooke, I call Brooke Brooklyn. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I like that is kind of weird to me.
I think Ice Speed does actually like One Piece. I think they've seen it, but I also think it's like, to be
Like, okay,
honest.
I know that's what his reactions because he's a YouTuber and everything,
Mm.
but that's kind of how the whole Chica incident happened with him, which is really funny, by the way.
The incident?
Tika incident is just a very funny sentence.
Or okay, well, as is more commonly known as the I shall meet incident.
Okay, well, I mean, I can guess what happened then based on like, yeah, that. I can,
Yeah, that's why I said that because it seems like
yeah.
it's terminally online.
But yeah, and I'm talking about them like, and it's crazy how like the fucking like My Hero fandom like was like dogging and going on. This ending sucks. This ending is trash. We got that ending like animated. We got to see the animated. People liked it. People loved it.
Oh wait, okay, wait. About the newest episode of My Hero Academia, people are talking about it for two reasons. For some reason, Mina's caked up.
I like it. Nice, yeah.
And then, like, okay, I saw this tweet. It was like imagine being in love with Toga for like all your life just to be sidelined by bad writing and ended up with Izuku. Like,
Doomed Yuri.
Ochako,
What a wonderful dish that is, Doomed Yuri. So
they,
nice.
they literally talked 3 times. And in those 3 times, you know what happened? Murder attempts.
Yeah.
Toga's backstory does not
See,
like
see,
absolve
here
her.
comes the
Like
things. The shippers will see attempted murder. They go, "Oh, what a cute relationship." When it's not a relationship.
that's why I don't like the
Okay, in fairness, Toga and Ochako, I sort of can see it. I know what you're gonna say, Flash, where it's like, oh well, they were just or they were just beefing the entire time, and they were, but it's like, I don't know,
like
that isn't like a fucking, that isn't like out of this world.
Like I'd be able to see it if they had like one normal conversation, if they actually got to know each other. But they don't. They don't know each other. They just gave quick exposition mid fight, and
Yeah,
that's a oh wow. Like
yeah.
okay, I could see them being friends if they actually got to know each other for real. But since what's her face, like what's his face, then I don't see that being able to happen.
I don't know. I think you could also say that like if Deku wasn't the MC and Ochako wasn't the FMC, I guess. I also think the relationship they have is sort of undercooked.
Yeah, but they at least had more than 3 conversations, and I don't
They
recall them
have
ever.
5.
Like I feel like even Bakugo would fit better because he didn't try to kill her.
I
He
love
beat
it.
her up to him, but that's because it was a tournament, and he didn't hold back because he respected her. But he
I
didn't
love
try to kill her.
That'd have been so funny if fucking Bakugo ended up with Ochako and then like Deku was just fucking
The delusional My Hero Academia fans would have been like, he should have ended up with May. They had so much chemistry together, or something like that. 'Cause they just ship him with everyone and everything that breathes, even people who don't breathe. Like, is
Okay, I'm gonna
this
be
also
honest.
My Hero Academia fan base, bro? As I'm currently wearing a My Hero Academia shirt.
Nice. I was gonna say like, okay, so my hero shipping culture stuff. I know. Okay, so it, it's like the con that sort of stuff to me is like the concept of like a UFO. I know they probably exist. It's like it's probability wise. there has to be some like dumbass person who decided to like send death threats based upon like shipping and stuff. But I've not once seen it in my entire life that like happen. I've not seen like
I've
the
heard
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've heard of it happening, but like, yeah, I don't know where. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think, fuck, like, yeah, I just don't know. I think the My Hero fan base, I think the worst crime that they committed was just sort of being cringe. I don't know, and like a bunch of the fans being in like middle school.
No, okay, no. The problem is most of the fans aren't in middle school. If they're
Oh,
in middle school and they act this way, then fine, cool, even. But these are grown people
well, I mean, yeah, but isn't
doing.
that
I mean,
that any
you have
person?
to consider that back during the peak of My Hero's like infamousy, most of the fan base was in middle school, especially in the Western audiences. Like, if you look at a bunch of like the cringe TikToks and all that, it was like children for the most part. It's also why the My Hero community has kind of mellowed out over the years because they got older.
Or it's just because like the show got really cool.
Both can be true.
I think it just became. I think a bunch of like. I think how can I put this? How can I put this? I don't think it's like. I don't think. Okay, so I don't think My Hero was that bad. Not as much as some will say. Some decided to act like My Hero was like the worst shit in existence around like season like 4 to 6 when it wasn't. But then like I think that there was like a cultural wave where it was like, My Hero actually isn't complete shit. And
Yeah,
I
like
guess like yeah.
the arc where he started like being like really cool. There was like some okay, maybe we judged you too harshly. But like the show was never for real bad for real. They just didn't like Izuku when he cried in the first 2 seasons, but stopped doing that after season 2. Like I don't okay, I don't know what it is for like they just hated it for like no reason.
I think it was just easy to hate. I think it was like the less famous shonen at the time, and like if you really, if you really fucking take a, if you really take a magnifying glass to most shonen, you can like really pick them apart if you wanted to. It happened to Bleach before it was cool to like Bleach. It happened to One Piece before it was cool to like One Piece. I recall back in the day when I was fucking like in middle school, in elementary school, it was more, and One Piece wasn't like popping back then. It was like the prevailing opinion was that like back in the day when like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Yeah, and now it's fucking crazy because now it's basically the opposite.
See, okay, there was a okay, when I was younger, I used to play this game called Super Smash Flash. It was Super Smash Bros, but not.
I played
And it
that
had like
too.
it had Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo.
Wasn't
And
Bug
at that huh?
wasn't Buggy in that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like at the time, I was like, who is that stretchy guy? Because I've literally never heard of Lucy a day before in my life back. Because it
Yeah.
wasn't it's talked about as much. It's like I mean, it's like Bleach and Naruto, and everybody and their grandma knows Dragon Ball.
Hmm, hmm,
So,
hmm.
like it was just weird that a random stretchy guy was there. And then when me and our friends were saying that, he was like, "Oh yeah, do you remember when he did that move against Buddy?" And I was like, "Who?"
Oh.
I used to main
Yeah.
Ichigo, but he's goaded.
But yeah, I think like I don't know. I think there is gonna be like I don't know if it's happened, but I think there is gonna be like an anti-cultural wave like with One Piece at some point. I think so. I think there's gonna be a point in time in the near future where it's not cool to like One Piece.
Maybe towards the ending. Maybe I could see that.
Yeah, like when okay, it's like inevitable at the end of like every manga. It's like some, oh yeah, it's horrible. And then like when it gets animated, you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad.
I
Like
mean,
that's how it's.
I can see that a lot more for Dead's point because, well, One Piece has been going on for.
Oda's not gonna do like out of the park stuff all the time, but yeah, like I was gonna say, I generally agree with you, Isaiah. Or like I think okay, so like here's the problem: manga fans expect and I've been in this position, and I don't know. Manga fans expect like a series to be like 10 out of 10 and like tie up every like point in the narrative. And usually that's not how it's gonna happen. Most shonen finales are just like 3 to 5 chapters. They're gonna do like what they have to and what the author really wants to like wrap stuff up, and then it's just gonna be ended. It's not gonna. It feels like the expectation now is that like each shonen manga has to be ended with like 10 chapters minimum in its final part, when that's just not like what happens usually, just, especially because of like author burnout. And the finales haven't been excellent. They haven't been like Code Geass level stuff, but they've still been fine. Jujutsu Kaisen ended fine. I think My Hero ended fine. I would think Chainsaw Man ended fine, as much as that's a controversial opinion.
You know,
Dude, I'm gonna be so I know there are larpers and JJK. The 1% brain of me misses a bit of brain rot JJK.
I don't even. I think you're correct that like JJK is a bunch of LARPers, but I think it's just because JJK is like the biggest anime at the moment. Maybe I don't. Probably not One Piece level still, but like fuck, dude, if it's not like up there.
Yeah, no, I
So,
don't know why. Brain rot JJK was like really funny.
mm.
Shit, like
uh,
fucking like Jacob's ladder. But
okay, wait, what is Jacob's ladder? Like, whenever
uh,
I'm like reading, like, I just like see stuff about it. Like, what is it?
it'll be an attack in the series that like is very effective, but it does jack shit. You know the fucking, you know the Mafuba flash where they like decide to hype it up a bunch in like the Piccolo Daimo arc, but like how much did it actually do? It's sort of like that. It's
Mm,
yeah. They hit Sukuna with like
mm.
3 in the final battle, and it does like fine. It does serviceable.
You know, I really hope Oda doesn't fumble the ending of One Piece, but he also has like three tries to get it right with the anime, the other anime, the live action.
I don't know how you could stick it with One Piece just because it's such like a massive thing.
Yeah, and at this point, it's been like 20 something years. The expectation is like through the roof.
Yo, dude, fans were
If
disappointed when
Luffy,
Hawkins didn't do more in like Wano. I don't know how the fuck you're gonna. Yeah, like I don't know.
if
seriously,
Luffy doesn't
fans will never be happy.
if Luffy doesn't jump out the screen and like give you your own life size Boa Hancock, then like they're not gonna be satisfied at all.
Listen, fans will never be happy because a lot of the fans are just wanting more and more and more. Because even though they have something good, they still want more of something better. They want, Zoro's doing a cool moment. I want him to do 20,000 cool moments. Sanji's being cool. I want Sanji to be cool 20,000 more times.
No. Sanji never gets to be cool. Like
Mhm.
I'm just
ever.
raising a hypothetical.
Sanji can only be cool in our head. That's a shame.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know. There's like, unless it's ended, like, unless it has like a Code Geass level finale, it feels like there's like this. I don't know what the fuck. There's got to be like a term, but it's like a reverse honeymoon, where like it's a period of hate where everyone's like, this actually sucked. This series is actually trash. But yeah, I don't know. I think we've like spent a bunch on that topic.
Wait, DeadFun,
Yeah.
as a fan of Chainsaw Man, can you tell me what's wrong with it? Because I don't really see any problem with the ending.
Okay. Do you want me to like tell you the? Do you want me to give you like both like POVs on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and like do it with some nuance. Spoilers to the Chainsaw Man manga if you give a shit. All 10 viewers. So basically, when the series was getting wrapped up, Denji ended up in a situation where they could not really progress in the story, and shit was just sort of fucked. So by the time the story ended, death was not a concept. And so stuff like bats and bugs and stuff were just like doing like reproduction unto like an endless amount. And like it hit a point where like if they continued in this world as it stood, what is it, they were just going to be cooked. Basically Denji was going to be eternally consumed in like the stomach of a bug as like yeah, just as like permanent sustenance. Does that make sense first? And being like a totally fucked situation.
Yeah.
Okay then, yeah.
Wait, is that like Genji's fault? That there's like no death?
I guess, but like they didn't expect it to be like this. When they removed the concept of death, the expectation was that like it was gonna be sucky, yeah, but it was gonna be sucky because like humans were not gonna die, and so they're gonna be like in eternal torment when they were like stabbed and stuff. They didn't know that it was gonna affect like the animals, bugs, that sort of stuff. Uh,
Okay.
and then what this also does, Flash, it both like causes like the different animals to like reproduce a bunch, but in addition, it also causes like the devils associated with like bugs and stuff to be like crazy, like overpowered. So now you have like a bunch of fucking like bug devils who just decide to pull up and like jump Denji also. But yeah, with that said, basically what Pochita does to fix the situation is that they're like basically, okay, Denji, you cannot have like you've seen it time and time where like if you have the powers of Chainsaw Man, you are not going to be happy because you're just going to be thrown into more drama because everyone wants you because you're Chainsaw Man, not because you're Denji. So in this case, what the if you don't like this finale, you'll basically see this as Pochita like throwing Denji to the curb and like being like, well, fuck you, have a good time, buddy. If
Wait,
you
wouldn't that be like literally based off of what you just said? He cares about Denji, so he's like, oh, I don't want you to do this anymore.
Well, I mean, there's
Like,
like a
isn't that
negative and a positive way to interpret it. I'm yeah, I'm just telling you like what happened. So like, Pochita like basically self erases. Pochita eats themselves. And so the final chapter of Chainsaw Man is basically sort of just like what happened and what is happening to Denji now because Chainsaw Man doesn't exist. And it turns out that that Denji is just like way more happy and like life is just sort of good. The minute they decide to put down like the hero role and like just sort of be Denji.
Okay, so I scrolled through the chapter, and it all feels like
But
it was all scenario.
But I don't know. See, but back to actually back to some actual discussion. Sorry about that,
Okay,
guys.
wait, no, like, why are you sorry? This is like a discussion on the fan base reaction to the ending of Chainsaw Man. The reason why I think most fans hate it will be that I think, yeah, it sort of comes across as like a bit fan fiction-y, but like I think the entire point of part 2 in Chainsaw Man was to like say that Denji could not be happy as Chainsaw Man. It's like I don't know. I think it fits thematically. I think it fits generally. And I think that's just sort of the case where like every anime finale, they want it to be like this like hyper cool like pull up moment where like Deku becomes like the best hero, and I think that's the reason why I found like Modulo as an example, because Yuji can be like the giga based alpha Chad. I I think if Yuji wasn't in there and Yuji did an aura farm, I think like way less would have cared with like Modulo.
Okay, no,
Since like,
Maharaga. Everybody likes Maharagas for some
oh
reason.
true, my bad, Maharaga and Yuji.
I don't
But
think a
it's
lot of people.
like ore farming. They like hype moments. They like when shit feels cool to them. Yeah,
And you
like
They
Maharagas,
want a Michael Bay movie to be a fucking manga.
sort
yeah,
of.
like in that
But the problem with
Maharagas.
that is a lot of times Michael Bay movies are just explosions, cool guy action, sexy
That's what they.
woman, hot fight.
That's what. Okay, I don't think you realize if you're talking about an anime fan base, that's what like most of them like.
Yeah, like
Very few between of us who actually care about like story and stuff.
pretty much.
Hell, even if
Most.
the God, I'm trying to think of that trash anime.
Well, wait.
Much
You know how little
Yakuza?
that narrows it down.
Okay. It's not like an actual bad anime. No, they're just
Come on,
all their powers
right?
come from trash. Like it's Giga, like Gaga
Are
something,
you ignoring me?
Gagamache. Huh?
Are you ignoring me?
It's hard to hear
I've
you.
been saying, I've been saying the name of the anime this whole time.
I could not hear you at all.
Dad, could you hear me?
You're fine to me.
Wait, could you hear me actually saying the name of the anime?
That part cut.
Gaga Achi?
Achikuda, something like
Yeah,
that.
that anime.
Mm.
Yeah, they like bullied the author, they bullied the creator off of off of Twitter, and they were like having this whole huge discussion about like the manga.
Well, like, why did this happen?
I think it came up to the like illegally reading the manga.
Why would they bully the author for that?
Yeah, like
I don't know. It was being like weird this entire time. This happened like 4 months ago, so I can't remember exactly off the top of my head.
you know what the topic I want to discuss, if it's okay to pivot.
What's up?
When this is some bad fan base nostalgia. Do you all know when Undertale first released and like all the YouTubers they were getting like not maybe not like probably harassed. They're basically getting told a bunch like, "Yo man, you have to do the pacifist route," and like to do the pacifist route you have to do, and they basically just proceed to like spoil the entire experience. It was like I recall this because like the reason I specifically recall this is because then when Deltarune ended up getting released, a bunch of YouTubers were basically just like, I'm not gonna play this because like playing Undertale was sort of fucking miserable because all the fans were just backseat gaming.
Yeah.
And that was a classic.
And hell, even with the Undertale fandom, like just kind of recently, they are all calling Toby Fox not racist. Was it racist?
Everybody calls like for some reason everybody gets called a racist for like literally no reason.
You know,
Yeah,
they're saying that because you wouldn't translate the game into any other languages besides Japanese and American, only
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's what languages he knew, and he didn't
yeah,
want the words to be like mess. He didn't want anything like not like bad translation, but more like lost in messages, stuff like that, like lost in translation.
they're like a
yeah,
translation purist. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he didn't want like anybody else to get involved because he wants to do this to make sure it's perfect.
which is kind of fair.
No,
I
it's
think
not kind of. It's fair. It's his project. He wants to make sure it's perfect.
I think if you create it,
So,
that's like fine. Yeah. But I
like,
was gonna. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. What's
Oh, you want other races to hear this because they're dirty monkey ears. Then, like, then he'd be racist. But like doing something that he can't do doesn't make him racist.
Cal, you've been especially silent this episode. You have stuff you want to discuss?
Nah, I'm good.
Why, I guess.
My audio is being fucky wucky. Leave me alone.
No Cal. How do you feel about the fans that said that this new season of Free Room's kind of mid and bad and not very good?
So, funny story. I've
You
watched
one of
half
those
of it. I
people?
haven't watched the other half because I've been having to watch anime for this podcast. So, I haven't actually had time to catch up with the latest season. So, I'm not too sure. The little I've seen, I've really liked. If fans think this latest season was trash, then I don't know. There's something I can really
I
do
think
about that one.
I think it's just a general case of like there's a honeymoon phase with anime like free rent, and I think that's sort of ended.
Yeah.
It's probably fine to be honest, but it's just like yeah.
Because like I've seen clips of what I haven't gone, like some fight scenes, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And yeah, I think I got like 5 episodes in because that's like when I was watching it week to week. And like I said, I liked it. I thought it was fine. I was enjoying it.
But I don't know. Like, here comes the thing. As much as like negative fandom can do like damage, I believe it can do some good. Like, I'm gonna be honest. This example, I'm not sure how it's gonna be taken if I name it. Like, Gagarabot, like Gagaragachi, Bachi. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're
You want
not.
Kagura? You want Kagurabachi?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kagurabachi. Sorry.
It's been enough time, and this is the best anime ever. Even though he didn't have an anime at that point.
Yeah. Like when even before people were like hyping it up, talking about a lot, and I think that was like a year ago.
Yeah,
It
from
was
what I
like
hear about
two.
it,
It
it's
was like no. It was like 2, 3
Yeah,
issues ago.
and it's finally getting an anime, and people were like excited about it.
I
So
think
here's
that
hope the
I think
fandom doesn't swap up on it.
They're
Okay,
I
going to.
well,
don't think that
I want to
I
say
don't think they're
this.
actually just for the memes.
Yeah, it wasn't really a fandom. It was more so a meme thing. Fun fact, Japan was really confused why Western audiences liked Kagurabachi so much, even though it was a meme. Like they didn't realize it was a meme. And they deduced it was because that it had swords in it and Western audiences really like
Based.
cool swords.
Based.
I love cool swords.
But yeah, it was
They are.
pretty much from like what I've understood, the meme part was like what propelled it first into getting actually looked at by by like general audiences, and that trickle down effect caused its success. So it was more like an accidental thing, but like yeah.
But another fandom that I think we talk about, Flash, Ruby fandom. Aren't they wonderful people?
They're very delusional people.
Delusional is hilarious.
Like,
All right.
okay, I'm gonna preface this. Hey, audience, if this is your first video, you probably don't know this, but I love Ruby. I have okay, so
Isaiah's been pushing for a
I'm
Ruby episode since like the beginning of this podcast.
we will get one day. But okay, the Ruby fandom. Oh, don't get me started on them. First, okay, they don't appreciate what game, okay? Because there was this game back in the day called Ruby Amity Arena. It got shut down. I think it's because nobody was playing it, or it's because like tax fraud or something. I don't know.
Was that the Clash Royale one?
I don't know what Clash Royale is, so I'm gonna say sure.
You don't
It's
know what
it's it,
Clash Royale is?
it's the tower defense with the cards.
Yeah. That. And then, okay, there's a game called Ruby Grim Apocalypse. It's an online game where Arion, I need people to play with. And okay, now let's get into the actual story. More specifically, the shipping culture. You people are despicable. I hate you all. You all
I
should
will
have
say
died.
this here and now. Ruby, like Blake and Yang, I don't think make a good couple. And the fandom pushed it so much they made it reality.
It messes up the whole story, the whole pre-established story. Actually, well, not the whole pre-established story, but it messes up a lot of it. And okay, they think, oh, cute little nicknames. But no, they shipped two siblings with each other, and they gave them the nickname Enabler. That's stupid and dumb. I hate you. You should die. I shouldn't say that so loud.
Yeah, fun fact, I actually talk like that off camera. I talk like this where I have a really squeaky voice. But yeah, no, I'm getting what you mean.
So annoying. Like, okay, I really like Ruby. And I even subscribed to a VTuber channel where the voice actor for Ruby was like a VTuber as like Ruby, and she'd talk about stuff and then play games and normal things. And
It's
sprinkled
funny.
in like a little bit of Ruby lore. It was really interesting and fun. But do you know where that is? Nowhere. Because it died. Because the stupid little fans wouldn't watch the thing. I know where you all live, okay? Most of
No,
you
it's
won't get this threat because only like 2 people are watching right now. But it's right from the news, and I know where you live.
but yeah. There are like a couple
I mean,
more. Uh-huh. Yeah.
uh,
Sorry.
I got it on my system now. I'm good now.
Thumbs up. I'm happy, man. But yeah, I was just gonna say like I think I don't know. I think like I don't think fan bases are like I think it makes a very good YouTube thumbnail, like ours. But I think fan bases aren't really good. They aren't really bad. I think I have the fucking most lukewarm normie opinion like possible here. I just think it's a case where like I think specific fans can like cause massive drama and stuff like this, but I don't think I'm not. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's been a fan base that's like ruined a series to me. I don't think. Not really. Not in the way that actually matters.
No, I think there are some. I just can't think of any of us off the top of my head.
Yo, dude, everyone hates the Has Been Hotel fandom, but as I said, it just feels like it feels like the worst members of the Has Been Hotel fandom hate Has Been Hotel. I don't know.
Like, okay, I don't understand what's up with them. Like, they're all so weird. Like,
Oh, they
as
are
someone who
very
attached,
weird.
It's
as
the
someone who attached,
it's the new My Hero Academia fan base where it's just a bunch of children. It's a bunch of middle schoolers, right?
you no, okay. I think the problem is that it's I said this earlier, but it's not a bunch of middle schoolers. It's a bunch of grown adults doing weird stuff to probably like the minors or something. Like, it's
I
just a
would
bunch of
argue that a vast majority of Hasman Hotel fans are like on the younger side. And I'm not gonna
yeah.
sit
And
here and say that there aren't adult Hasman Hotel fans. Shit, we're some of them, but when at least the cringe compilations and like what I see, a lot of it's just children, man. A lot of it's
I
just
think
children just being
Pretty much.
cringe.
Like, if it's just children being cringe, then like, I don't know, who cares at a certain point.
Well, that's what I'm
like,
saying. It's like it's more than likely gonna mellow out after like 5 years, the same way My Hero did.
okay, I don't think, okay, what the type of show Haunted Hotel is, I don't think it's ever going to, the fan base is going to mellow out.
I think it will once it's ended, and it's been a while.
It ain't going to end. This show is going to get milked to the ground with spin-offs about characters we only seen once. It's going,
I
bro.
can see it. I don't know.
Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get that. What the fuck was that fish's guy name? Season 2 just got introduced.
Baxter's lore, dude.
We're gonna get an entire Baxter series featuring new characters and one voice line from the Charlie person, but it's not Charlie's original VA. It's someone different.
Yeah.
Is this happening or is this a bit you're doing? And if so, what's this bit? Like,
The fact you can't tell is like, I think the point. I think it's like,
I think you proved my point.
yeah. So yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
we talked about the negative. Let's talk about the positive.
I like positives.
Y'all remember that one time when the Sonic fans bullied them into making Sonic not look horrible for the live action movie?
That is true. Yeah, that's good.
No, that did happen. It's weird that you bring up Sonic, but the thing for the Sonic fandom has been.
They're just cringe, man. Well, except, the very small amount, but I don't even think they're Sonic fans. I think they're just mentally ill. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think the Sonic movie was a case where fan base did some good, where like, yeah, they were called out, blah blah blah. I agree.
I can't really think of any other positive thing.
I think okay. Here's one. Games done quick.
What is that?
It's like a ton of basically they're like a community of speedrunners from what I've understood. That sort of stuff. Where like they raise like a ton of charity money. On these live streams where they're like all beneath the like the games done quick like I don't know what you call it brand.
Oh wait, this also reminds. Okay. I want to start this off with saying I don't know the name of the anime, nor do I really care that much. But apparently, okay, so this author of a manga, he was translating his manga to English and then just posting it online for free, right?
Yeah.
So his editor got mad. I said, "Why are you doing that? We get so much money!" And he doesn't.
Wait, what manga?
I started to. I don't know the name of the manga, nor do I really care.
Based.
But like, wait, where was I? Yeah, but he just wanted people to like read his manga, right? So he posted about this, and then some people started like a GoFundMe to actually like get it funded to like get an official translation and then like get it do all the normal manga stuff so that we, the American people, can read it. And I
Look,
like that.
yeah.
Oh, and he was also like very broke,
Yeah, that's
and
like
so
a true
now
story. Oh, I have a really good one once you're done with this one.
I'm done.
Stop killing games.
Oh,
Oh, I love that one so much.
That
I
is,
love
I think,
Pirate
the
Song.
case. I think that's a case of fans doing stuff. I think because they're
Okay,
fans of the games.
anything actually happened yet?
They went to they've done a presentation to like Parliament, yeah. I don't know if Parliament's the correct like term, but they've spoken to official like EU officials, and they've like yeah like the the official like EU YouTube channel has like a fucking video where it's like them like going up and talking.
I hate that we just said the official EU YouTube channel. I don't know. That's really. I don't know how I feel
It's
about that.
true. It's
I don't know how I feel about that. Also, is this the thing that killed Pirate Software's like reputation or something like that?
yes.
It's,
Yes.
it's the
It's
Okay,
also
main,
this is
just
where I've heard it.
like
mm,
like his whole thing was already crumbling because how much of a weirdo he was. But like
True.
Stop Killing Games like put him in the spotlight.
And the
you don't have
fucking MatPat has been behind this fucking scene of Stop Killing Games.
Map
wait,
for
what?
Matthew Patrick,
20, 30 billion.
you know,
Unifucking
we
ironically, please.
You don't have to watch this
okay.
video. You can like skim it generally, but like yeah, like they did like a full presentation and like yeah, like this is the like EU politicians and stuff. This is like yeah, serious level stuff. I think. Yeah.
You know, I think we all, as a community, should all just vote Matt Pat for president.
Okay.
What could go
Oh,
wrong?
I'm gonna be honest. Can you really go lower than hell right now?
You know, this is gonna be
Well,
so
okay,
fucking. The monkey palm is gonna curl so hard on you three, because like MatPat's gonna run as like a fucking. MatPat's gonna be like a hidden fucking conservative, and they're gonna run on like the Republican platform, and you're gonna fucking hate it. Fucking hate.
And then
he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
run this all.
sob and kill myself, DeadFun, okay?
Yeah, like yeah.
I feel like him running the country will be better than the
And I
people
think,
currently running.
but yeah, no. Fandoms are just weird. All right, with fandoms, I feel. Am I right to say it feels like sometimes there's like no middle?
No, I think I don't think that's true. It's true.
Okay, there's like okay, some fandoms are just kind of mild. They just kind of sit there posting memes. That's about it.
Well, it's like 90% of fan bases. The reason it's just that you don't like know them too much because they don't do bad shit.
Like, okay, despite this Kobayashi's Dragon Knight being a weird show, they don't really get into many controversies. Like the biggest thing that happened to them is like they found one of the mangas in the school library and was like, why is this for children? She talked about her boobs in the
Which
first
is correct.
chapter.
Well, I mean, in fairness, isn't that just a correct opinion?
Yeah, but it's weird that that's like the biggest drama that fandom got into. The like, especially with how
Yeah.
weird the show is.
Mm.
Is
But yeah,
you can't have anything good in this country because the Positives do.
it's so funny. But yeah, yeah,
Uh, do-
I think fan bases are I don't know. I follow like a couple here and there, like myself personally. I think I'm in like the Blue Lock fan base. You know, me and the rest of the gay men included in that. I think what is it? What is it? I'm just trying to think of like what fan bases I'm actually like a part of. I think I'm like in the general weekly Shonen Jump fan base. I think so. I follow like the more niche stuff there, so I think that. And there's like it feels like there's one more I'm forgetting. I don't know what fan bases do you each feel like you're like in?
Beyblade and Kamen Rider and Gundam.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah, true. Gundam and Kamen Rider is like two of mine, I guess. Also,
um,
actually, oh yeah.
I don't know. Like
Well,
I
fucking
follow the
Jesus,
dead.
I guess.
Like I'd say Dead Van, Swag Family. I was part of the Undead Unluck fandom for a while, but man,
You decide to portray them in like an Aizen style twist.
yep, my
Yeah.
Zanpakuto is a boomer. It's an illusion type.
I guess.
Mhm. And then
I
Cal.
think.
I don't actually think I'm a part of a fandom now that I think about it.
Damn.
Because well, here's the thing. When I like something, I kind of just like it, right? I consume it. I'll talk about it with like friends and stuff, but I don't really go searching for a community. I guess like the only like community or fan base I could say I'm a part of is maybe like the anime one. But even then, it's not like I'm a part of any communities really. I just kind of talk about it when I want to talk about it. I guess like the only fan bases I'm really a part of are like YouTuber fan bases, but that's just because I like going to comment sections and like reading what other people thought about it.
Okay, no, YouTube comment sections are the worst. They're like oh, this is so nostalgic, or who's here in 2026? It's all just the same comments.
I think
So
you just
annoying.
don't look for the gems. Oh, you know what? I'm a part of the nerdcore fan base and community. I
There
guess
we
that's the
go. I know you're something.
I guess that's like the only one I'm like actively a part of, I guess.
Mm.
I guess
I
before this episode ends, because I think that's it.
I will say, I think the two. Okay, this is gonna be really fucked up to say, but I think it's sort of funny how like in certain communities, like FNAF and Minecraft, it's like each week is like a blunt rotation of like who's gonna be revealed as the next pedophile.
Funny.
I was
But
because like okay, well I have like I have like a yeah. So like do you all know like the first like SMP made? It was called Minecraft. Do you all know this? I don't think you do.
No.
no.
I know,
So
never heard of it.
so basically, it was the first like big Minecraft SMP. It was called Minecraft. It was a bunch of like members and stuff. But like it was sort of this past week. The person who founded it, a person called Good, Guude. They like, yeah, they ended up getting found. They ended up getting busted by the police with like fucking like 10 gigs of not good stuff. So
Oh
yeah.
my. See, okay, you know what I mean? But like, they're ruining everything. Like, I like Minecraft, bro, but I don't want to be associated with those people. Just like I don't want to be associated with My Academia fan, even though I'm wearing a shirt.
You know when
Awesome My Academia.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but whenever like a YouTuber, especially like Minecraft YouTubers get into controversy and people are like, thank God they're not a pedophile. Like what happened with popular MMOs. Like the bar set so low that people are like, okay, yes, he did this, but he's not a pedophile. So that's a win. It's a
You
win.
could still watch the
I,
content and not feel like totally fucking weird.
Yeah, basically.
I can't watch his content anymore without feeling weird. Cause like, okay, after he and his wife broke up, it just felt weird to watch his channel,
They
even
broke up
because they were
because of
still
you, by the
playing.
way.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah.
But they kept on playing the game together, and like there was like weird like every once in a while there's like a comment made, and then there's like some what? Like okay, they were playing like a game where they're playing Minecraft, and like there's just like a bunch of random like NPC looking people, and like some yo, it looks like our families are here, and she's like some our family, and uh
It's kind of
that
funny. It's
that
kind of funny.
Do they know?
that that hurt, that hurt me, bro.
I don't know, man. Yeah, as Cal said, that's just sort of funny. I don't know.
Because y'all are in this and invested in me.
It's he just fucking looks at the camera when they say it. It's funny as shit. I
Y'all
know.
people are just
We're
y'all.
haters. We hate.
We love it here.
The true worst fan base is the Ice Gotcha fan base because you all have to comment more, dude.
I know,
Where are
right?
you all at?
Well, that's the
Ice
thing.
Right.
We
And
don't
Gotcha
have a
also,
fan
hurts.
base right now, guys. We need you to start building a fan base right now. Okay.
Please
Guys.
parasocially worship me.
one of you make a subreddit right now and creepily parasocially stalk us now.
Yeah, yeah, and then we can turn that into like a, it's gonna be like a, we're gonna turn that into like a video. We're gonna like fucking cry on it and shit, and then we're gonna like turn that into a fuck ton of money.
I don't agree with
Money.
this. I don't want parasocial fans.
We're gonna encourage you to be parasocial
Yeah,
and then
be
ridicule
parasocial.
you.
That's right.
Guys, parasocial
We're gonna
fans is how controversy starts, okay?
guys, we're going to
Ooh,
enable your worst habits.
Are we gonna
parasocial, like
message them on like Instagram and stuff like that, acting like we're their friends?
What do you say,
dad,
Plat?
contact the minors immediately.
Okay, then I'll call him up on it.
All right, but I think on that note, this is a random fucking thing, but rest in peace, Kenji Obanawa. You were a go.
Who
Who?
that?